Have you been spending more and more time in bed lately, feeling tired, disconnected, and unmotivated? Maybe you've started calling it laziness. But deep down, something feels different. You're not just tired, you feel empty. What if it's not laziness at all, but burnout? Hi, this is Head Hug, where we untangle emotions with compassion and clarity. If this topic hits close to home, consider sharing this video with someone who may need it too. Why does it feel like you've been stuck in place lately? Dragging through your days, lying down, doing nothing, and wondering what's wrong with me? It's easy to mistake burnout for laziness, but the truth is the two are very different. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress and an overwhelmed nervous system. According to a 2010 survey, about 75% of U.S. adults reported experiencing symptoms of burnout, with over 40% describing them as severe. Today, burnout is more common and more misunderstood than ever. So let's explore the signs together. Here are 6 signs that what you're feeling isn't laziness, but burnout. 1. You feel disconnected from everything. Are you going through the motions like you're on autopilot? Does life feel distant, like you're watching it happen from the outside? This emotional state is called depersonalization, and it's common in people who've experienced prolonged stress or trauma. You might feel emotionally numb or hollow, like you've lost yourself. When burnout takes over, it feels like life is happening to you, not with you. And that loss of control can be terrifying. 2. You used to be motivated. Laziness tends to be consistent over time. But if you used to be active, focused, and goal-driven, and only recently started feeling exhausted and unmotivated, it's not laziness. It's burnout. When someone burns out, their energy and drive drain away even if they once excelled. And that sudden loss of motivation can feel both confusing and painful. 3. You used to be passionate. A key difference between laziness and burnout is passion. Burnt-out people often used to love what they did, whether it was a hobby, a career, or a dream. But now, feels like the spark is gone. Burnout can turn even the things you once lived for into sources of stress or resentment. You may start to avoid or even hate what you once cherished, because it reminds you of how drained you've become. 4. You've become moody and irritable. Have you noticed yourself snapping more easily lately? Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally fragile without knowing why? Mood swings and irritability are often overlooked signs of burnout. It's your nervous system waving a white flag. In contrast, laziness is usually calm, laid back, and disengaged. Burnout, on the other hand, comes with emotional chaos that's hard to ignore. 5. You've stopped taking care of yourself. Have you withdrawn from others? Are you eating or sleeping differently, or neglecting your appearance and hygiene? When you're burnt out, even the smallest tasks feel overwhelming. Getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, or preparing a meal might feel like climbing a mountain. This kind of collapse in self-care is not a personality flaw. It's a cry for rest, connection, and support. It's not who you've always been. It's just how burnt out you've become. 6. These changes happened over time. One of the most important things to know about burnout is that it doesn't appear overnight. It builds slowly in stages. Researchers describe 5 stages of burnout. The honeymoon phase, where stress is manageable and motivation is high. The onset of stress when fatigue begins. Chronic stress, as symptoms intensify. Burnout, where breakdown begins. And finally, habitual burnout, when exhaustion becomes constant and recovery feels out of reach. By this final stage, physical and emotional fatigue may be deeply rooted, increasing your risk of depression and anxiety. But here's the good news. Burnout is not permanent. Spotting the signs early is the first step toward healing. And know what you're feeling is not laziness. It's exhaustion from trying so hard for too long, without enough rest, support, or recognition. If any of this resonated with you, please don't ignore it. Talk to a mental health professional. Reach out to someone you trust. You're not alone and you can recover. If you found this video helpful, we'd love it if you liked, shared, or left a comment with your experiences or thoughts. Let's help each other through the fog. And if you'd like more videos like this, Feel free to subscribe and tap the notification bell. Here at Head Hug, we're always here to wrap you in a little more understanding. Take care of yourself. You matter. Thanks for watching.